Stanford in Government was founded in 1968 by Stanford students who wanted to create opportunities for other Stanford students to work in Washington, D.C. on public policy issues. The organization has grown quite substantially over the years. In 1985, it was one of the founding organizations of the Haas Center for Public Service here on campus. SIG offers 3 different sets of fellowships, state, local, national, and international, where students can work on a very broad range of policy issues, from education to the environment and sustainability to better governance and democracy promotion.
I worked for IDASA, which is the Institute for Democracy in Africa, which works to promote good governance in Southern Africa. So I was responsible for researching the impact of sanctions on Zimbabwe, and this often meant talking to local leaders and NGOs about their experience and opinions of the sanctions. I also had the opportunity to travel to the Constitutional Court, to attend a gender equality workshop, and also to coordinate an aid effectiveness workshop in Cape Town. This fellowship really challenged my understanding of democracy and development from what I had learned in the classroom these past few years by allowing me to work on these issues firsthand.
I was an intern at the Carter Center this summer, where I worked for the Carter Center's Director of Research, Dr. Hochman. My responsibilities included doing background research to support Dr. Hochman's work, which includes helping President Carter write his articles and books. I also helped prepare a video about the history of U.S. energy policy and President Carter's role within that history. Another great thing about working at the Carter Center is just getting to learn directly from President Carter himself. The interns get to meet President Carter occasionally and ask him questions, and the work that he's done in international development is really remarkable, and getting to be around a person like that can be very inspiring.
I worked for California State Senator Joe Smidian, and I had several responsibilities. I analyzed some of the bills the senator was voting on and wrote my own recommendations that the senator himself read. I also wrote several memos, one in particular which pertained to California's state education standards. And lastly, I wrote the official background report, which was released to the press and accompanied a day-long celebration of the governor's announcement of new water standards for the Sacramento River Delta. I'm a chemical engineering major, so I approached this summer as an opportunity to explore public service. When I arrived in Sacramento, I was aware of its bureaucratic reputation, but that is absolutely not what I saw. The people in my office were intelligent and motivated and dedicated to serving the people of California. So if anything, this summer truly affirmed my interest in public service.
I joined Stanford in Government my sophomore year, and I applied to the International Fellowships Committee. As soon as I started working, I realized that students came into these fellowships with a very broad understanding of what they wanted to study at Stanford and what they wanted to do after graduation. And I saw them come out with a much better understanding of what they wanted to do, a much clearer understanding of what the problems were with the policies that they wanted to change.